Well, you are no match against the forces of things like Google, Facebook, and YouTube, and it's costing you a ton of money. And here's why I believe that, is that we're going and using the internet to solve our financial problems or to find money or to get justice and things like that and to improve our lives and do stuff in the world. Well, we think everything is on Google, and that's true. But finding it, is the problem. And then also the biggest problem too is that see, the people who control this, Google and Facebook, YouTube, these kinds of people, they live on the internet by selling advertising. Okay, and see, what I'm trying to do is show people that there's non-advertising programs available to help you do things in life. I mean, the government is going to give out $2.4 trillion in this year alone in grant money, free money, for you to do things, start a business, get a better job, buy a house, fix up your house, get an education, all these kinds of things, solve health problems and whatever, and even give you free legal help. But see, they don't advertise on the internet. Now, what happens is that these websites that they have in the government, you can't find them because Google doesn't get money by showing you. Now, I'm sure they say, well, we don't discriminate, or they have robots that determine something. But to me, it's natural that they, as a business, to make money out of people advertising. And if someone is advertising on the internet and giving Google money, they're going to show you that website before they show you one that doesn't advertise, that gives you money. See, and that's the conundrum I see, that, or whatever that word is, that is going on in our world now. People go on the internet and find only websites that want money from them to solve their problems in life. And it looks legitimate, or whatever. And see, even the marketing people that are developing these ads spend thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars trying to find out how to get you. That's what they do. They spend their life figuring out everything on how to get you, just to get that sale. The same way politicians trying to figure out, doing a campaign, what to say to you that will get you to vote for them, And when they get in office, they don't do anything, they don't get anything done, And that's what happens too when you're buying things on the internet. Particularly services or whatever that, or possibilities and hopes and dreams. And it usually never happens because there are people that spend more time trying to figure out how to get your money than to actually make you happy. Now, if you have a lot of money, and I don't say anything bad about people buying stuff on the internet. I mean, that's crazy. But the people don't have that money to do that. They'll never find their options because all they find are people that want to get their money to do something. Now look at this data, how many websites there are out there. I mean, like .com websites, okay? Now .coms, anytime you see a .com or a .net, those websites want money from you. That's why they're there. They're there to, to play with your mind, to do all these things, or whatever it takes to get your money. They sucker you in with something or get your name and sell your name. And that's what they're there for, so they make money. Because if they're paying Google for you to see them, they have to get money from you to pay Google, right? Makes sense. So you're giving money to Google is really what it boils down to. And you think that, this is a wonderful service, and it is, and it can be, and I believe it can be better if you learn how to use it. So there's, the .coms and the .nets, there's like 150 million, 150 million websites, okay? That's how many, 150 million. I don't even know, that's half, there's like 300 million people, I think, in the country. Okay, now listen, is nonprofit organizations and government offices are the people who give you money. They give you money to start a business. They give you money to buy a house. They give you money to fix up your house. They give you money to get an education. They give you money to get trained for a better job. They give you money in emergencies to solve a financial problem. They give you money to get out of debt, and all these kinds of things that you have in your life, that these problems you got to solve. But there are only how many websites? There's like 1.5 million websites that are nonprofits. They're a part of this. And there's 1,500 government websites. So you have 1,000, well, you have 1.5 million websites that are there to give you money. And you have 150 million websites that want to get your money, right? And not only do they want to, 150 million want to get your money, they're advertising. So it feels like 100 trillion websites, because that's all you see. They're paying Google and trying to figure out Google till you see them and never see the one that's for free. Plus, they know how to make themselves look pretty and suck you in. And the government's not too good at that, because they spend all their energy providing the service or providing money or whatever. Same with nonprofits. They don't spend energy trying to figure out how to get your money. No, this is what for-profits do. They spend all their energy trying to figure out how to get your money. The nonprofit government are spending their energy solving your problem. Sure, they don't solve it 100% of the time, and neither will commercial companies. There's always that. But you got to give them a chance and realize what you're up against. You're up the biggest, most powerful people in the world that really don't want you to see this stuff. They not purposely, but they're not motivated to show you these. So you have to understand that. You have to understand how to use the internet. And there's a lot of ways that maybe people have. But I think one thing that you should realize is when you're searching the internet, if you don't know the subject thoroughly, then don't look at anything that is not a .gov, .gov, or .org, and just stick to those websites until you really know your stuff. Otherwise, you'll get trapped, and you'll see this little sexy lady trying to lure you in the door. And it's so easy. Ooh, another shiny object over there. And that's what, they're after me now. It's so easy to get sidetracked, and they spend a lot of money trying to figure out how to get your attention. They spend more money than that than probably on their product. Most big marketing companies spend at least half their money. That's what I used to do when I used to do a lot of marketing. Half the money went into marketing, trying to figure out how to get your money. And I try to figure out how to get your money too, because I got to support myself and do that. But that's why I'm trying to keep Lesko Help down to very low cost, $20. I think I can make a profit doing that, because I want to educate you on how to find the things that are on the internet. I believe in databases. I believe in the internet. I believe in all these kinds of things. But you have to learn how to use it. We all have to, or we're missing the best part of the internet. All we're learning is a shopping mall. And you don't want to buy stuff all the time. You can't afford that. You got to grow. You got to grow yourself, grow your family, or whatever. And so you can contribute more to our society. And that's what I'm trying to do, is open that can so you see the good stuff that's in there. But it may be on page 87 of your search results, and you'll never get there. There's too many shiny objects you'll see before you get there. So that's what you have to realize, what's there. That's why I feel my service, what I do, the only things I'm going to show you on my website is people that give you money. No one's ever going to ask you for money, what I'm going to show you. And whether you use me or not, the most important thing is to use that. Because if you don't start using the internet, then it's going to self-implode to me, because it'll just be too much bad stuff. Everybody's going to be unsatisfied with life, because all they're going to do is find ways to make money. And if you don't have money, and that's the other thing, people aren't making more money. And the average wage has just been stuck for about 30, 40 years. So people don't have a lot of money. So that's why you have to learn about these other alternatives. And it's important. And you see, as a community, we decided to do this. This is what government is. It's a democracy. We decided, okay, we're going to spend this money helping people do X. Well, if you don't know X, then you're not taking advantage of this democracy and what it has to offer you. Believe me, every fat cat knows exactly what's going on. And that's why they hire tax accountants or whatever to get more out of the government than anybody else. Well, you too have to learn about that. Sure, okay, you can't afford an accountant, but for $20, I'm your accountant to show you how to get more money from your tax dollars. And a lot of people don't even pay taxes. And that's fine. We all got ups and downs in our life. And that's what the government is for, to me, is to, flatten that out a little bit for people with problems in their lives so you can get strong again and start contributing back to society. And that's the important thing. We're all here to give to each other, to make the world better for all of us. So take your little part. Find the tools that are available and start just making it better just around you. And then that will show other people how it can be done, and start a revolution all by yourself.